Hello. Hello, Instagram and Facebook family. Welcome. First of all, I want you to know that if you, for some reason, don't have the time to watch this live video right now, you can follow me on YouTube. Just search my name, Brandalyn Thibeault, and I have, I think, more than like 50 transformational videos on YouTube now, and this one will be published once it downloads, and it'll be there, so you can access it at any time that you want to. And today, what I'm going to be talking about is this idea that we have nothing left to heal and that we are already wholly and completely healed. And I want to talk a little bit about how when we believe that we still have more left to heal, we are actually inhibiting our own transformation process, and we are blocking ourselves from really already embodying the lives that we want to lead. But first, I want to share a little bit about what's going on in my life and in my business. And I have just about 2 spaces available for one-on-one coaching clients. And I wanted to share with you all about that and about who I'm looking for, because I don't take everybody as my client. It's a pretty selective process, and I only want to work with people that are really inspiring me and are in alignment with my values and what I'm up to. So if you are somebody that knows that you are here for a purpose, that knows that you have more to contribute, and that knows that you are meant to really share your gifts with the world, that you are meant to be of service to humanity, that you're meant to be a healer, that you're meant to be a creative, that you're meant to contribute your ideas, your gifts, your talents in a meaningful way to society, and you're looking for somebody to support and empower you in doing that in the most meaningful, fulfilling, impactful way, then reach out to me and we can have a chat, and we'll just get on a call, and I'm really interested in who you are and what you're up to, and we'll work together to see if it would be a fit for the 2 of us to work together. So again, I only have about 2 spaces for my one-on-one clients, because I want every single client that I have to be able to get my full attention and really feel like I'm their partner in everything that they're up to. So I have a very limited number of clients that I take on at any time. But if you're someone who is ready to access your next level, ready to be of service, ready to be of benefit to humanity, ready to be a healer, ready to transform the relationships that you have in your life, then please reach out to me and let's set up a call and let's talk about what it would look like for me to support you in that and really get behind you and empower you in everything that you're up to, all aspects of your life. And then the second thing that I want to mention to you all is that we have a retreat coming up in Joshua Tree, June 28th through July 1st. And this is at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center. It's one of our favorite places ever to host the Shift Women's Retreats. And it is going to be so powerful. And that retreat, I think we only have 3 or 4 spaces left, and they will go like that. So if you're interested in joining us in Joshua Tree for like the most healing, transformative weekend of your life, then please reach out to me, message me, and again, we'll set up a call and we'll see if that is a good fit for you. If the June date doesn't work, we also have another retreat coming in August in Ojai. So that is another opportunity for you to join us as well. So now that all of that is out of the way, I want to talk about how this idea that we still have to heal ourselves and that there's something within us that has yet to be healed, how that can actually be a barrier and a blockade to us living our best life right now. So often I will have clients who will say things to me like, sometimes I just want to forget everything that I have to heal and I just want to be happy. Like sometimes I wish that I didn't have all of this healing work to do and that I could just get to being the person that I want to be. And so in response, I say to them, well, what if you already have nothing left to heal? And they say, well, no, that's not true. I don't think that'll ever happen. I always will need to heal more. And I say, well, what if it's already true that you have nothing left to heal? What if it is already true that you are already whole, complete, and perfect? And this idea that you have stuff yet to heal is actually just getting in your way from recognizing right now in this moment that you are already whole, complete, and perfect. And when we really start to get into it, what we uncover is that when we think, oh, well, I have this trauma that I have to heal, what is that? Let's take a look at what trauma actually is. So people think that trauma is from the past, But really, trauma can only exist in the present moment, because what is trauma? It's body sensations, it's memories, it's thoughts, and it's emotions. And where do all of those exist besides in the present moment, right here and right now? So when we think that we have to heal the past, then where are we looking to do the healing? We're looking in the past. And where does the past exist? Well, people say it exists in my head, it exists in my brain, it exists in my memories, it exists in my feelings, it exists in my view of myself. But when we really look, where does all of that exist? Where does your brain exist? Where does your memories exist? Where do your sensations exist? They exist with you right here and right now. There is no past to heal because the past doesn't exist. So whatever that trauma is that you're thinking about, that is actually simply energy that exists within your body right here and right now. And you have two options. There's two things that you can do with that energy. You can resist it and you can think, oh, this is a trauma that I haven't healed yet. Or you can accept it and you can love it. And you can see that all it is just energy that's moving within your body, and there's nothing that you have to do with it. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to delete it from your consciousness. You don't have to change it. You don't have to heal it. All that there is for you to do is accept it and love it, because really it's not you. That trauma, that thing that you think that you have to heal, whether it's your anxiety, whether it's your negative thoughts, whatever it is, all that is an object of your awareness. That's just like a cloud passing by in the sky. That's just something that's floating by in the awareness that you are, and it's not you. So when you say you have to heal, you are identifying yourself with that object of your awareness. You're identifying yourself with that thing that is not you, and that is the only thing that you have to heal. You don't have to heal the negative emotion. You don't have to heal the shame. You don't need to do anything with it. All there is for you to do is to recognize that that thing is an object of your awareness that's floating by in your consciousness, and that there's nothing for you to do besides love it. As soon as you think that it needs to be fixed or changed, you put it back into the realm of separation from which it came. You react to it with fear, and then you're just, again, divorcing yourself from the wholeness of your experience. And really all that healing is becoming whole again. So whenever we have anxiety and then we think, oh, this is bad, this is wrong, this isn't me, we're divorcing ourselves from that experience. And now there's no wholeness, there's separation. There's two of us here. There's who I think I am, and then there's this anxiety that I'm trying to fix or change. When all that healing is not getting that anxiety to go away, it's just seeing it for what it is and understanding that it's not you and it's never been you, and it's just an object of your awareness. So when we think that we have to heal the past, we are recreating the past. When we say that I'm not healed yet, we are creating ourselves to be broken. But all that exists is the present moment. So it either exists right now or it doesn't exist at all. So when you think, oh my gosh, I have so much healing to do, when you say that, you're going into your past and you're thinking about, oh yeah, because yesterday I felt triggered because my mom said that my jeans were too tight. So I have to heal that. When no, that either exists in the present moment with you right now, and you can send love to that insecurity as it arises, or it doesn't exist at all. And by you saying that you still have to heal it, you're creating that there's something about you that's broken. And there wasn't anything about you that was broken until you said that there was, until you said that there was something about you that needs healing. So it's an illusion that your past is something that you have to overcome. It's an illusion that your past is something that you have to heal, is something that you have to fix. Because when we think of all of the evidence that we have that we still have to heal, we always go to our past to look for that evidence. And if we're not going to our past, then it's something that's happening right now. And all there is for you to do is just sit there and be the witness to what's happening. If you're having intense anxiety sensations arising in your body, all there is for you to do is just go within your body and witness the energy that's moving around in there, witness the thoughts, witness the memories, witness the experience that you are having of what it is for you to be alive in that moment, and know that there's nothing wrong with that experience. There's nothing wrong with anxiety. There's nothing wrong with shame. There's nothing wrong with negative thoughts. There's no internal experience that you can ever have that is wrong. And the belief that there is something for us to heal comes from the misunderstanding that there are certain internal experiences that are right and certain internal experiences that are wrong. And when we say, I still have so much healing to do, really what we're saying is, I don't spend every single waking second feeling positive and happy and feeling bright, sparkly vibrations going on in my body. And we problematize that we have ups and downs, when really having ups and downs is the condition of humanity. And everybody's ups and downs look different. But you can't kill off the downs without also killing off the ups. We are like a two-sided coin. No matter how thinly you slice us, there's always going to be the two different sides. It's like a magnet. No matter how thinly you slice it, there's always going to be the North Pole and the South Pole. And when we think, oh my gosh, I have so much to heal, really what we're saying is, I haven't yet killed off my South Pole. I haven't yet killed off the tail side of my coin. When what there is for you to understand is that there is no way for you to kill off the South Pole of your magnet. You can't do it. So stop slicing yourself into thinner and thinner bits, and stop trying to make your life be a flat line where you don't have ups and downs, because that's not what you want. You want the experience of contrast. You want the experience of intense emotion on both ends of the spectrum. Because if you're trying to get rid of all of the quote unquote negative sensations, which there really is no such thing as negative and positive sensations. There's no such thing as good and bad thoughts or emotions. But if you're trying to get rid of what your mind thinks of as a negative and bad, then really what you're doing is you're numbing yourself out, and you are becoming a flat line. So you have nothing left to heal. All there is for you to do is to remember that you always were, always will be, already are whole, complete, and perfect. And there's nothing for you to heal. All there is for you to do is to love and accept and forgive your current condition. That's where the weightlifting comes in. If you were just healed and you never had any negative experience, then you would have nothing to love. And being loving is a muscle that we have to keep strengthening. So every time that separation surfaces itself, and it looks like an insecurity, or it looks like doubt, or it looks like fear, or it looks like disappointment, or it looks like frustration, or it looks like a past trauma, every time the illusion of separation surfaces itself for us in our consciousness, there's nothing for us to do with that besides love it. And just say, hey little separation guy, hey little fuzzy little separation man, hi, thanks for visiting. I know that you're going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back, and that's okay, because I'm a safe space for you. You're allowed here, because guess what? I know that you're not mine, and I know that you're just lost. You're just this lost energy that has forgotten your wholeness, and I'm not afraid of you. I don't need you to go away, because you don't scare me. So you can hang around as long as you want, and all I'm going to do is just keep being this bright light that loves you and loves you and loves you and loves you and loves you, until you too remember little insecurity or little fear, until you too remember who you are, and you go back to the light. You go back to the wholeness from which you came. It's not my job to shun you and push you deeper and deeper into darkness and secrecy. It's my job to love you and remind you of where you came from. Okay? So this idea that we need to heal is just based in the belief that there can be wrong thoughts and feelings, that there can be wrong internal experiences, that it's wrong to feel anxious, that it's wrong to feel sad, that it's wrong to feel depressed, that it's wrong to feel ashamed, that it's wrong to feel inadequate, when really none of that is wrong. All of that is just like a little energy ball that wants your love. It's like my coach explained it to me, that it's like when your cat turns over in front of you when you're trying to walk out the door and shows her belly, and she just wants you to love her, and you might immediately think, get out of the way, I gotta get going. But really all there is for you to do is just spend a minute just loving on that thing that arose in your awareness, and just petting it and forgiving it and accepting it and sending it love. And then once it gets its fill, it'll move away out of your awareness. But as soon as you shame it and you judge it, then it's just going to keep coming back and keep coming back, because whatever we resist persists. Whatever we resist persists. So all we can do is allow the energy that already exists in our bodies right now to express itself, and then accept that energy exactly as it is, so that we have more room to love. There's no healing to do. There is nothing for you to heal. The idea that you have something to heal, I will say it again, I know I've said it a million times on this video, but the idea that you have nothing to heal is the thing. I'm sorry, the idea that you have something to heal The idea that you have more that you need to heal or fix about yourself is the thing that is preventing you from the awareness that you are already healed, that you are already whole and complete. And really, it's a cop-out. It's just our ego's way of avoiding responsibility for having to fully be the person that we're committed to being, for having to already be that source of love, having to already be that source of unconditional acceptance and unconditional self-empowerment and unconditional forgiveness. When your ego thinks, oh, well, you just need to fix yourself before you're allowed to be that, then guess what? You are off the hook for having to be that right now. You get to postpone having to be that person who you're really committed to being until some eventual future that's actually never going to happen, in which you perceive that you've healed everything unhealed about yourself. It's a cop-out. It's not going to happen. All that you need to do is give yourself permission to be unconditionally accepting, unconditionally forgiving, unconditionally loving of yourself right here and right now. That is the healing. It happens in a moment. Healing does not take time. It happens in the present, right here and right now. And every single moment, you are either accepting and forgiving yourself exactly as you are, or you're in resistance. And if you're in resistance, then you're in illusion. You're in the illusion of separation. And you're creating that you're unhealed, when really the only thing unhealed about you is that you're in resistance to how your body, mind, and spirit is showing up in this moment right here and now. So there's nothing to heal. All there is for you to do is to accept your energetic imprint, to accept the experience of what it is for you to be alive right here in this moment, and to allow that energy to express itself in whatever way it wants to express itself. You don't need to control it. If you notice that when you feel really sad or really depressed, if you think about it, the word depressed is just deep rest. Deep rest. It's a call for you to be in deep rest and deep surrender to what is arising. It's a call for you to allow that up and to love it and to let it express itself. But when you're feeling depressed and you think, oh no, this means that I'm not healed and now I need to go fixing and changing myself, then you're just recreating the story that there's something wrong with you, which is just going to drive you further and further deep down into that dark hole of depression. So if instead, when you feel that depressed, and you see that as a call for deep rest, and you give yourself permission to be the unconditional source of love, acceptance, and forgiveness who you've always wanted to be and who you came here to be, then there's nothing to fix or change, and you get an opportunity to love yourself through a challenging experience. And you know that whenever a friend or somebody who you love is going through a challenging experience, isn't it an honor to be there for them? Isn't it an honor? Aren't you so honored that they came to you to be there for them during that time? You don't say, you're weak, you need to stop feeling what you're feeling. You say, I get it, and I'm so there for you. I'm so there for you. So what do you need? Do you want me to hug you? Do you want me to hold your hand? Do you want to go see a movie? Do you want to meditate? Do you want me to cook you a nourishing meal? What do you need? It's an honor to be there for them. It's an honor to provide what's actually going to make a difference for them. So what if you could be that for yourself? When you're going through a challenging experience, what if you came to yourself and you said, hey, self, hey, higher self, hey, me, I really need you right now. I need you to be the source of what I need. I need you to source that love and that forgiveness and that acceptance for me. Can you do that? And when you allow yourself to surrender to you, taking care of you, it's actually a really divine, sacred experience. It's not something that you have to resist or hate about yourself. It's like this sacred opportunity for you to be there for yourself. So the belief that we need to heal before we're allowed to go do whatever it is that we want to do, like I hear all the time from clients saying, well, once I've healed myself, then I'm going to start my business. Or once I've healed myself, then I'm going to teach art therapy. Or once I've healed myself, then I'll go have that conversation with my spouse or my mom. Once I've healed myself, then you got to get out of that mindset. There is no once I do this, then. It's just give yourself permission to do it now. There's no more healing that you need to do before you are ready to go take on that mission that your soul has been calling to you. And when we think, I just got to go heal before I can do that thing, we're just justifying not being the person who we truly want to be right here and now. So to everybody watching, I want you to take a minute and I want you to go within and just notice where in your internal state you still have energy that believes that there's something that needs to be fixed or changed about you before you can be that unconditional source of love for yourself and others. And when you identify that energy, when you identify that energetic cord that is still stuck to that belief that you're not ready or that you're not enough yet, see that thing, that entity to which you've been giving your energy, see that belief in your own separation, see it as an object of your awareness, and send all of the love and acceptance and forgiveness and peace and serenity that you can muster to that object. And tell it to go back to the light, go back to the source from which it came. Tell it that you don't identify with its fear-based thinking, and that it can stay there for however long it needs to, but that you will not own it any longer. You will not identify with it any longer. It's like a little orphan that you've taken under your wing that you think that you're protecting. And it's time for you to release it. It's time for you to send it away, for you to cut that energetic cord between you and that idea that you are separate, you and that idea that there is something that is unhealed about you. And once you cut that cord, then ask yourself, who is it that I'm committed to being? And how have I been justifying not being that person right now, today? How have I been justifying telling myself a story that I need to go fix myself, that I need to go heal before I can be that person right here and right now? And what would it look like for me to consider that I'm as healed as I'm going to get? That this is actual perfection. That even if I feel chaotic on the inside, that's perfection. Even if I feel anxious, that is perfection. Even if I feel depressed, that is perfection. That is how the universe wants to express itself through me in this moment. And I do not need to ostracize that anymore. I do not need to judge it anymore. I do not need to kill it off. I do not need to shame it. I do not need to be secret about it anymore. Who I am and how I am right now is perfection. And regardless of what's happening in my internal state, I have a choice in who I say that I'm going to be for myself and others. And I'm choosing to be accepting, loving, forgiving, trusting, and surrendered to the energy that wants to move through me right here and right now. And so it is. Right? So hopefully you all got a lot out of that today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And again, please message me. I want to hear from you. How is this work changing you? You know, what are you getting from the content that I put out there? I do this for you. You know, I do this for you. So I want to hear that it's actually making a difference for you, and I want to hear what else you would want me to talk about. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, message me and we'll set up a conversation. Regardless of if we choose to work together or not, I promise you it will be an incredibly powerful conversation. If you're a woman and you're interested in coming to our shift retreats, sisterhood, healing, inspiration, freedom, and transformation, a weekend of all of that juicy goodness, reach out to me and I'll tell you about the upcoming dates that we have in California. So thank you again for tuning in, and I'd love to hear your feedback.